now, but my favorite sport, boxing, is hot again, and one of the best to ever do it laces up the gloves on Friday night in a bout that will see the winner take home all 4 super welterweight championship belts. Joining me now to discuss is my favorite boxer right now, Claressa Shields. Claressa, you know, I've always admired your honesty, your passion, and now you're using it to help women athletes, particularly boxers, gain more recognition. But what I think is interesting about what you're doing is you're saying women boxing can also help themselves by, one thing, having 3-minute rounds. So you don't want them to give you the extra money. You're willing to fight for it. Tell us more about this.
Well, when we talk about the minute of rounds, women boxing didn't put those rules down for us to fight 2 minutes. The men did that. So, and I feel like they did that to keep us at our pay wages to where we don't make as much as them because we don't fight the same time. So what I'm saying is not that we're not worth the same thing now, but we are willing to fight 3-minute rounds for 12 rounds to even the playing field to where when we say we want equal pay, we're also putting in the equal work.
Yeah, but I read also that initially you were against it, but maybe, because I know with your fights, you've had a lot of your opponents on the ropes. Maybe an extra minute, maybe a 12 rounds instead of 10 rounds, we would get the knockouts, the kind of things that we do pay more money for.
Yeah, especially like the knockouts and just to be able to show our ring IQs. I just don't think that 2 minutes is enough. And that's where they look at the lack of women's boxing and say, oh, yeah, like, yeah, they're boxers, but they're not as great as the men. And we are as great as the men. I know for a fact that I am.
I know you are, too. Hey, on the notion of making more money, you heard Jerry talk about the Olympians. They've come together. They've created this new platform called Elevate. Their first project is a video series. It's a 17-year-old boxing champ. Her name is Chantel Navarro. How important is it for projects like this to tell the story of female athletes?
It's super important to have that representation for women athletes. You know, I think that with their commercials and people just knowing that we exist, you know, to know that we exist and that we are here to stay and that women's boxing is on the forefront. You know, like, we're not in the shadows anymore. We need to have our face out there to where people can, like the young girls can see, like, we have things coming up. Like this pay-per-view on March 5th. Right. There hasn't been a pay-per-view March up in 2 years. This is huge for women's boxing.
I know it's huge. Tell me, how do you plan to win?
You know how I plan to win. My right hand.
Well, tell me.
You know, game plan. It's pay-per-view live. She's going down. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay. All right. Hey, Claressa, I will definitely be watching. Me and my friends, again, you are one of my favorites. Good luck, champ. We'll see you on Friday. Claressa Shields, folks.